What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Lead Houston, where it is all Houston all the time. We are going to be talking about rookie minicamp for the Houston Texans. A quick catch up on everything that is going on so far. This is 2 days now of rookie minicamp. And, well, after looking through, I searched up all of the media members that are available for the Houston Texans, and I looked through all of their tweets and accounts, and I tried to gather up enough information so I can make my best guess as to what's going on so far with rookie minicamp. This is 2 days of it, so this is a quick catch up for me and for everyone else. Again, still battling a little bit of a sickness. I still got a stuffy nose, but we'll battle through it, just like the Houston Texans are battling through this competition where their rookies, they look big. Like, to put it quite simple, Jaden Higgins specifically looked every bit of 6'4". We finally got to see him rocking number 81, by the way, rocking the Terrell Owens, rocking the Randy Moss. There's many other 81s out there that were greats in the NFL. And I mean, I don't know, man. Call me old, call me double ARP, but I like the 80s on the wide receivers. I like those numbers. I like the 81 on Higgins, and I like the 82 on Jalen Noel. Jalen Noel is still up in the air for me. I could still see him maybe change it up. Who knows? But ultimately, I think this isn't bad numbers for them two boys. And Jaden Higgins looks every bit of 6'4". He looks huge. And that's what we like to see as a Texan fan. We like to see it. There's not much to other than look at other than that, when it came to Higgins. And Noel is got some size to him as well, regardless of being 5'10", 5'11". We saw an update where he was up to 201 pounds. Now, when we did see him in the combine, he was listed at 194. So consider now 5'10", 194 to 5'10", 5'11", 201. It's a difference there. And it certainly looks like it too. But Higgins is massive. We saw what everyone got taken away for. The photo that was trending a little bit on Texans Twitter was looking towards the tight ends groups, and you got Luke Lachey out there with rocking 42. I mean, poor guy. Who the fuck thought 42 was good for him? I have no clue. But he was right next to this big behemoth of a tight end, 6'9" tight end out of Texas Tech, Mason Tharp, who is a big blocking tight end at T-Tech, had no more than like 20 catches this previous year. Big blocking guy, red zone guy. Expect him on the practice squad. That's where I see him. But a fun prospect there just to take a look at. I mean, my goodness, everybody was like, who's this monster? What are we feeding them in Houston now? But the offensive lineman, to continue the trend of big for this rookie class, the offensive linemen looked massive. And obviously, Ariante Ursary rocking number 79. He looked good out there, man. He's a huge dude. He looks apart. And I can't wait to see what he does when he actually gets his hands on some defensive linemen. But Ariante is a big dude. You had him. You got Ladarius Henderson, who I did a video on. You can check it out in that link above. Ladarius Henderson out there working with the rookies. Lots of talk for Ladarius Henderson lately. About twice, maybe 3 times now in the span of a week and a half, we've heard Ladarius Henderson's name mentioned twice out of Nick Caserio. Then we saw him here at rookie minicamp. And man, according to everyone, looks like a big dude. He's got some upper body strength. I can't wait to see how this looks like as well, too. And like I mentioned in my video, maybe a hidden gem that needs to be talked about a little bit more. Shout out to Corey Barrett in the group chat for figuring that one out. I'm waiting to see it to believe it, but I am starting to believe more and more that Ladarius Henderson might be more of an impactful guy than I originally thought. But the next guy, Eli Cox, I never went ahead and posted the video around him, but he's an undrafted rookie out of Kentucky, 2-time SEC, all SEC there at Kentucky. He's 24 years old. Another big guy as well, too. You're looking at 6'4", 300 right there. he looks at his game, and one of the guys that he really looked at was Frank Ragnow, who is the current center for the Detroit Lions. Frank Ragnow is 6'5", 310. Your center's perfect height and weight for centers is always 6'4", 300. That's what a lot of NFL players have said, one of them being Frank Ragnow, building his perfect offensive lineman, building his perfect center. He said 6'4", 300. That would be his height and weight if it was him. So Eli Cox has that. He's athletic. He had one of the best NFL combines in the entire interior offensive lineman, but still got undrafted. So there just tells you there's potential, there's athleticism, and let's see how the Texans can work with it. The biggest one for me that I thought was pretty interesting was Jalen Reed. Jalen Reed is the safety out of Penn State. And at Penn State, they kind of used him everywhere. But when you see him, and there's a video right here you're looking at, he's getting some one-on-one work with the coaches for the Houston Texans while everyone else is running their regular drill or whatever. And not only do I see Jalen Reed in this role, I also see Jalen Smith, the guy out of USC, that could also fit into this role. This role I'm talking about is Jalen Petrie. I think both of these guys could fit in a Jalen Petrie role. And, well, Harley, why do you mention that? Because I remember seeing Jalen Petrie last year at Texans training camp, and whenever he was getting fluctuated into this role, this new role for him that he was familiar with at Baylor, he was always doing something else. Everyone else was doing other things. Everyone was broken into groups. But then you had Jalen Petrie specifically working one-on-one with coaches, specifically working with Corey Unlin, and trying to get familiar and getting to know this role again. And that's what we saw a little bit with Jalen Reed. I'm not sure if that was Corey Unlin, the same coach as last year that was with Jalen Petrie. He's still on the Texan staff. Corey Unlin is a guy that works with the DBs, by the way. But I'm not sure if that was the same guy, but there is that footage of Jalen Reed, and it makes me go, very interesting. Can he fill in if Jalen Petrie, who has missed time before with injuries and anything, we've seen that they can struggle sometimes considering they don't have a guy that fills into that role. We saw Jimmy Ward last year fill into that role before he inevitably got hurt. And so now you drafted two guys with Jalen Smith, Jalen Reed, who have a specific skill set, and they could both work in this role. They're solid tacklers, decent coverage guys, but they're guys that swarm, and they're guys that are going to bring the boom on defense as well. They're big hitters. I'm excited to see what both of these guys can do if they're going to be utilized in that role. It's just something that I noticed when I was taking around the clips yesterday, and that's to me very eye-popping. But the offensive linemen, you got different options. Ursery, LD, Eli Cox. I'm not saying any of these guys are going to be a week one starter, but they're options. And they look pretty good out there. You know, they look big. And you want your offensive linemen to look big. You want them to look like if you need them in a pinch, I feel confident that any one of them can fill in for you as a starter in any week if someone went down or anything bad happened. Knock on wood, nothing does. But the Houston Texans have themselves quite a competition brewing in the offensive line room. That's what I've seen so far around clips and stuff and tweets regarding rookie minicamp. Let me know if I missed anything down in the comment section. Is there anybody you wanted me to talk more of, highlight, put a short around? I will do it just for you. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, guys. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers. We're trying to get there before Texans training camp. Trying so hard. We're almost at 13.5K. Again, super appreciative of every single one of y'all. If y'all miss any of my content, you can always check me out here on TheLead Houston on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the same handle at TheLead_Houston. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.